Hey guys, Shay here from Flow on a Journey, and I'm doing a deck review today of the Maybe Lenormand by Ryan Edward. This has actually been out for a while, and I was using it pretty heavily when I first got it. This was my first Lenormand, and I didn't read the guidebook initially because I just pulled out the 32 that made up the traditional Lenormand and then watched Lenormand YouTube videos, which is perfectly fine. And if you want to do that, you absolutely can, because the first 36 cards are the traditional cards with the traditional playing card associations. So if you want to do it that way, go for it. However, I actually highly recommend the guidebook. So in all of my reviews, obviously we're going book first. And this is so good if you know nothing about Lenormand. This is a fantastic place to start. You really don't need anything else except this and then some time to practice. We get, let's see. So you get great examples sort of how to piece together. Sorry, my lighting is not good. You get great examples of how to create card combinations, which is kind of a good way to start, so you understand that real literal, it's not as sort of intuitive, it's very literal. What you see is sort of what it is in comparison to tarot. So if this is sort of your first hop over to tarot, then it takes a little bit to kind of get used to that. But it gives good examples to sort of start getting you thinking that way. The 5-card daily line is amazing. That is such a great way to learn and to use that as a good jump off point. Okay, so we've got great examples of, these were the card combos. So I thought that was awesome. There's examples for all of the spreads that they give you, which is good. Okay, so then card meanings. Each card meaning, and you can read those if you want a good example of what they kind of look like. The clover and the ship. Okay, so each card meaning, or each card, page on for the card, you get to explain how the meanings apply. There's a core meaning, and then you get to kind of get keywords that all come from the core meaning, and it sort of gives you ideas. Also included in every single meaning is how this card will describe a person. So in the event that it is meant to describe a person, that is listed in every single card, which is awesome. And each one also includes how it might affect another card. So let's see. So close to the significator, fortune looks well, but removed or clouded, misfortune awaits. So that's talking about in relation to if it's next to the its distance in relation to the man or the woman based on who is the significator. But overall, I'd say this is a really good start, if you're looking for traditional. And then, of course, we go into the past the 36, into the extras, so from 37 to 52. They're very good. They really keep in line with that basic, so you get a core meaning. Sorry, I'm playing with lighting again. So you get core meaning and then keywords. You get how it describes a person. And it does that all the way through, which is awesome. And then at the end here, actually, let's go back to the very beginning where it introduced it. So here is their sort of introduction to the grand tableau. And it is really basic and really narrows it down and makes it feel like anybody can do it. The first time I saw somebody reading a grand tableau, I was like, I will never be able to do that. Oh my gosh. But this really, it takes it down to the bare minimum. Just look at card relations. How far is it away? What cards between it? So the 28 and 29 between it would be 24. And then if it was in a different place, you'd also have one between it in this slot. But because it's on the bottom, there's not one. And then it goes in the end to give you ideas on how you might do a ginormous grand tableau with every card, which is pretty awesome. And I actually haven't tried that yet, but I should. And then there's a little page in the back for notes if you wanted to try and track that. But overall, I'd say this is a fantastic way to start reading Lenormand if you know nothing. If you're starting from the jump off, this book is great. This really is all you need. Cards, here's the back. I do want to sort of caution you a little bit. This cardstock is really thick, and if you try to riffle shuffle too hard, it doesn't really go very well. And also, I don't know if you can tell from here. Let's see, where's the one that started? Here we go. So look, I can already find this in the deck. That is definitely not a good sign. But if you can see, maybe, can you see? I don't know. This card is actually sort of, that's one card that's now got a little mouth kind of on the corner there. It's like peeling from riffle shuffling. And now I did use it a lot, so I don't want to say that there's anything like wrong with this cardstock, because that's not the point that I'm trying to make. Just if you riffle shuffle, know that eventually that might happen. And now I can cheat and know where that card is all the time because of the little lip on the corner. So I did just sort of want to put that advisory out there. That's not in any way meant to deter you from buying the deck, just sort of so you know what you're getting into, and maybe don't riffle shuffle this one if you're planning on using it a lot. So card walkthrough, you get the playing card at the top and then the picture at the bottom. And I actually love this art style, but there is one card that is quite confusing. Okay, so this, it takes me a few minutes all the time to figure out that this is supposed to be clouds. It looks more like water to me. Now, I love his art style, and I am in no way criticizing, but I can't help but see water. And that looks like a wave. Like if the tree wasn't there, like it takes me a minute to catch the trees because I see a wave first. Clearly I have oceans on my mind. So, and then this is water. And do you see how the waves kind of look the same? I don't know. Maybe it's just me. Maybe my subconscious just goes to water first. And there are all the cards. So I would suggest doing the overhand shuffle because of the thickness of this cardstock with it and that tendency to peel. So if we just do 3, oh, of course if I turn that way. And you know what, we'll probably just use the book so you can see what you would get out of this from the book. Delight could be a surprise, a gift, an invitation, or something beautiful. Then we have the medal. Is honors, recognition, award, success, initiation, and 39 is agreement, friendship, deal, handshake, encounter. Okay, so we're going to get a surprise honor that will lead to an agreement, or I believe if we go subject first, maybe. Did I do that in the right direction? Let's see what they say. So a surprise award will lead to a new agreement. So there is a 3-card reading, and I really did just sort of pull that out of the book so you can see that even if you're not incredibly Lenormand literate, all the information that you need is right there and good to go. So I definitely highly recommend, and as always, thanks for watching.